My Hero Academia Vigilantes, episode 11.
Was damaged by a kaiju villain, and it's getting remodeled right now.
And Pop's gonna have a concert.
So the store's holding an event to commemorate its official reopening.
She's so nervous.
We're heading over to meet the other members now.
And we're being used as bait, allegedly. Potentially, partly. I don't want to believe it though, not for a second.
And knowing our luck, a villain could attack while we're there.
Yes, that's it. That's basically it. The villain will attack while you're there. Villains love concerts.
Glad to see you're still buzzing around town.
All these B puns. I love them. Such sweet nectar to my ears. Oh, this time it's Idol. Interesting. Episode 11, the day of.
Hey, how's it going, Makoto?
I booked you Coachella.
Oh, and looks like we'll have our first pair of introductions. Pop, these two are
More returning
Feathers,
characters.
The Idol duo.
Hi,
What's your quirk?
My name's Miyu, and I'm you.
Me, you.
Yo, I'm her manager.
Sort of.
What's this girl's deal? Dressing in street
Uh-oh.
clothes like a total uggo? Like, is she lost or what? You
All
oughta
our
be easy
fears
on
have been
girls like
confirmed.
her. No.
All our suspicions were real. The world does hate us. We're gonna fail horribly. Burning, embarrassing death.
Our costume is in our heart, technique, and strength. We have no need to look pretty, not for anyone.
Thank God, maybe me, you will make fun of them instead of us.
Screw this, dude. The Mad Hatters shouldn't be part of this corporate garbage.
That's sort of what I was saying last episode. There's something weird about it that I can't quite square into that hole. As far as this is concerned, singing the mall's jingle at the mall, whatever, that's kind of cute. But when it comes to like advertising products that have nothing to do with the thing, using influence to channel into consumption, to create a perception of need when there previously was none, that gets a little bit weird. I mean, like All Might saying you two can be a hero if you eat this cereal. There's something weird about when there's something you really like, it's something that's providing a great value, sort of funnels you into something that is not related to the thing itself at all. And it's just about like generating revenue. Just broader picture, I feel weird about like revenue generation for the sake of revenue generation. I feel like there's been a little bit of a relationship lost, or maybe it was just never understood and it just took care of itself organically up to a point where like revenue generated came at the promise as value, where I feel like sometimes it's not really seen that way anymore. It's like a reverse abstraction thing where it's just about like the process of the buying of it itself. I feel this way sometimes on YouTube when I get an auto-generated ad and then I get through that to get to like a spoken ad for a product that has nothing to do with the content I'm consuming. Often a VPN, the most important invention of the 21st century, one of the most fundamental necessities of life. Also, it's weird to uncover this principle of marketing where you create a problem that previously wasn't there and therefore a need that probably wasn't there in order to sell a solution to something that didn't exist before that moment. Now, like a lot of good comes out of this as well, and I've discovered some great things out of ads. And there are positives, like you sit through the ad and it helps support the content. But especially recently, and I think with social media, just personally, it feels like it's become so normal we've like spun off the axis. Like I listen to long form podcasts in the shower, and like sometimes it's kind of mind blowing how much time I'm spending in the shower listening to ads because like I can't hit skip now. I have no problem with like products and marketplaces and advertisements in general, but there's just hard to quantify outer boundary of that just feels a little bit sleazy to me. And recently I feel like that has been growing towards the center.
We're not trying to be a commercial success, we're trying to rock! When did we decide
Maybe you
to
could do
sell out
both.
and start doing this crap for little kids?
I mean, like if you don't want to do it, you shouldn't do it.
I won't let you disrespect what we're doing.
There's points to both of the and we fell in love at first sight. When opposites attract.
I never thought it would happen, but I found something more important.
Just like that. What happened to his speech?
I'm sorry. I need to look pretty.
Captain?
Oh no, we
I've
both
got
changed
you
our ideals so
covered.
quickly. That's so real. Did Makoto engineer this? I bet you did. We found out what really matters to him. It wasn't art, it was women. And that would be a pretty reliable guess almost always for just about anyone in any pursuit. If you have to like guess randomly, probably it's for like attraction as one of the major motivators. They didn't even get into it because they fell in love, but like there's a beautiful middle ground between them, maybe symbolized by their love. Whatever you're doing, you should take it seriously and give it the love it deserves. You don't want to make the mistake of thinking something is beneath you, especially if you've agreed to do it. You're not better than it. And also, if people like it, it means something to them. So do it for them at least. How many people write up anime as stupid or childish or whatever? But like, it means a lot to me. I mean, there's so much I've gotten out of it. There's so many things it captures that I feel like Western media decreasingly captures. So it's not really that interesting. It doesn't add anything to hear someone's just glancing overgeneralized take on it. I mean, just in general, I think it's really great. I think it's a tribute to someone who likes something because it means they're understanding something about it. They're getting something out of it that is resonant, which means whether they know it or not, they're extracting something that has been encoded in this format about the universe in which we live. So even just the act of appreciation is an art form in itself. And because we're all in different modes of life at different stages of what we're looking for, the lessons that land with us at any given moment are going to be multifaceted. But nevertheless, it's the same thing happening. And it's a beautiful thing that it can happen. I think I can state as a general rule that like, there's never anything to scoff at the act of appreciating something. But then to his point, there's a way in which that gets corrupted where there's something beautiful here that people really love. And then since there's so much interest, there's so much buzz around this thing, parasites come in to consume it and kill it and then like feast on its corpse for as long as it can. Sequels and trilogies. And because that thing is so precious, it's worth preserving from kind of more superficial elements that don't care about that thing. thing. But like at the intersection, you can have really beautiful things and make money from really beautiful things. That's when it works really well, I think.
But we've got to think on how Feathers and Pop Step will match up. We could put Pop in the center.
At what point in this do we practice?
We're not her backup dancers, okay? And come on.
You are her
she's not
backup
even a good
dancers
singer.
if Makoto says you're her backup dancers.
That
What?
punch is pulled.
I thought she was a great singer. That really stings.
Let's put a pin in that for right now.
Let's put a pin in all our
Over the
egos
course of
right
the
now.
next week, I want Pop
We're all
to practice
amateurs
the
here.
song on her own. And for Feathers,
I want you to practice backup dancing on your own.
we'll work like this until we're 1 week out. Then we'll examine the results.
Okay, we have a
and
week.
lock
Somehow I
down
thought it was
positions.
today.
Then we
That would have been
iron
terrible.
out the hiccups and put on a show. Sound good?
I need Makoto to manage my life, my everything. She just inspires confidence.
That's all for today.
She's so organized.
Came this close to forgetting, but here's some motivation I'll leave you
I'm already
with.
motivated by your
You're
work
the
ethic.
stars of this event, so be sure to make the most of it.
Motivate the talent, check. Just knocking them off.
Ooh, Makoto said the score in instrumentals.
Is it in a foreign language? Cool, we're like getting a sudden mini school festival arc in Vigilantes in season 1. And also training, though beach training, this is not. 9 out of 10 respondents said that their butts were in gear. This event's really creating a buzz. They're really swarming around town. Oh no. What in the dune?
Another kaiju's attacking!
Damn it. I never learned any of those dune words that were trending. This would have been a good time for that. Something about spice. The spice is life. Spice life.
That caterpillar looks straight out of a horror film.
Or a sci-fi fantasy film. Yes, I love these in every episode. He's busy. Now that we're not seeing the jerk elements of his personality, he's actually pretty cool.
I take full responsibility.
No, I'm the grown-up
happens.
here, so it's on me. I thought giving everyone a challenge would keep the momentum going strong. I guess that backfired.
No, it was good. I mean, I think her leadership is great. It just, it happens.
Or we could have Miu sit it out. Make
That's
it pop
asymmetric-
in you, a
asymmetrical.
clash of blue and pink.
So I'm out then.
There is no me without you. There is no you without me, you.
Imagine if I was injured. I'd just be a tone-deaf girl who can't even jump. But Miu and you are amazing singers.
Oh, that's nice. Oh,
And
they
as
just
for
she
me,
just won them both over.
hopping around's kind of my area of expertise. Let's all do what we're best at.
That's nice of her. Sorry we were so judgmental. It really came from our own fear and feelings of insecurity.
Well, if the heroes were invited, why not keep things fun with a surprise villain,
Where is this?
too?
What the hell is that?
That's a good simp. Now let's
Oh
go
my
treat
God.
Curly to a night she'll never forget.
She called it a simp. We got Japanese this time. Singing in Japanese. These are no amateurs. What is this? Why does it feel like Yakuza? Oh, look who it is. It's Present Mike. This is big time if you got Present Mike.
We can do this.
She's beautiful. Miss Cinderella with a bob cut. Today I'm gonna use my
God.
guitar to make time stop for us.
Wow. Yeah, pour it all into your music.
I guess anyone can look good with the right
Oh my
getup.
God. How do you manage this?
Huh?
It's a real talent.
You're the worst, dude.
What are you even doing here?
All those youthly hormones.
Whoa.
Let them all out.
It's a star-studded cast. This is not amateur at all. Yeah.
It's midnight. Wow, she's so sexy.
I'm terribly sorry. Limitations of the space kept us from having individual green rooms for everyone.
And
Don't mention it.
oh my God, look at the people at this green room. This is the biggest event of the century.
Aizawa here. This is about those villain outbreaks, so they
Oh,
want
we're here for
any hero
security.
involved to show up if they
That's
can.
smart. I mean, they're really paying attention.
Yes, I'm coming. It's annoying. I almost wish a villain would pop up somewhere nearby.
You
Then I'd
might
have an
get your
excuse to
wish.
ditch this crap.
Seems likely that you will. Thank God. Don't have to go to that stupid concert. Those stupid kids.
He moves like you can't control
Oh, it's this dude. Oh no. Oh right, she lured him out into the alleyway again. She really juiced him up.
Seems like you've been having a little too much fun with that quirk.
I don't think he's been having much fun at all.
I'm not letting you leave.
Interesting. This bypasses it. It's just purely physical, not...
So it's not a temporary form. This is just how he is?
Oh, well, not originally. Can he not turn back? That would be tragic.
If you can't make yourself smaller, you're not gonna have any way to escape from a simple net.
I just wanted Pop to like me. This sucks. I feel so bad for him. This state of desperation. And it's totally exploited by a not so nice girl.
It's too bright to see.
I gotta say, they're doing some great manufacturing work on these drugs. And there it is. There's still a chance we can deal with this and then get to the concert. Well, we have to have the concert after all the work we put into it.
Like lightning from the sky. Good job, Teruo.
My little simp.
But first, there's fun to be had. All that panic. How sweet.
I wasn't
So
really
now,
registering
should've
how
let
much
my
of a
girls
villain
give them some trigger.
she would be, or like the scale of the villain she could be. I'm actually a little bit suspicious of it. With the last episode, seeing that there is potentially some kind of like parasitic mind thing, that maybe that's how it started and it's just slowly taking over. Because in the beginning, didn't she say it was a part-time job for her for the money? This is not what that is now, right? Like she's living with corpses and she's turning her classmates and doing all this. This is not a part-time job. This is when you don't get to pretend that you don't care anymore. Like, yeah, you know, I'm just doing this for fun, you say, to ward off the critics and maybe guard your own spirit from admitting to yourself you really do want it and are taking it very seriously. This is the point where like, no, I'm actually doing this. I'm just like a villain now, full time to my core. And the extent of the powers matches it. It's not just like I infect you with drugs and then take data or whatever. No, I can completely change hosts and have vessels for my evil doing. It's pretty great because it's insidious, it's parasitic, it's powerful, and it scales.
What's the fun in life if you can't go a little wild sometimes?
A little
And I'll have
wild.
You know, I hate when people lecture me.
You've always been that type.
Okay, yeah, they're related. But who's at the wheel?
We're going, Tama.
Yeah.
Back home with your ma.
What's
How do you
any of that
stop it?
supposed to mean?
I don't understand it well enough. I hope he does.
I ain't talking to you.
Oh, but this clears all of it up.
Talking
Thank
to
you.
my daughter.
She's in there. This immediately is weird kind of hostage situation.
So, that's why you have a stun gun instead of the real deal? So you don't leave a scratch on your poor little girl.
One thing he can't punch. So he's still trying to punch.
You're letting me get away playing on easy mode.
He can't. Yeah, I don't think he really can. Oh, he just punched his daughter right in the face.
The fastest way to crush a hive is to kill their queen.
Okay.
They're full of chemicals, all
Bomb
right.
bee.
These ones are
I feel like the
special.
drug bee might be
Take
more
one
effective.
step and they'll blow you to bits.
Like, how do you prevent against a billion bee stings?
What do you think of my bumpies?
He protected himself with a pile of trash. Oh, okay. He just took an explosion.
Must take quite a toll on the host to make them.
Oh, wait a minute. You make these in your body? The author really captured something with this quirk. It's got everything that you hate, now with more body horror.
I guess you can only use so many bombs. And oops, you just showed your hands empty.
That was a terrible plan, blowing up all of her bees with one bee.
Can't hit what you can't catch, moron.
She doesn't need... That was amazing.
First fireworks, and now you're feeling
I was
like
gonna say,
Tang.
she doesn't really need the body, maybe, but... Can you imagine the intensity of, like, chasing your parasitized daughter across the rooftops?
Guess it's time to see just how far you can run.
Oh man, what a cliffhanger. This suddenly makes me very curious what happens to Knuckle after this is resolved. You know, assuming he can resolve it. How much of it was the desire for heroism and how much of it was the desire specifically to save his daughter? I'm guessing the daughter thing is leading and maybe has always led. But he also seems to have been a pro hero previously and he's way too quick with like the deep aphorisms for that to be an act. And also just the motivation to do all this for his daughter is indicative of underlying heroic traits. This reveals and explains a lot of the reason why he's so compromised in his approaches. Either deliberately using Koichi and Pop as bait or at least being cognizant of that's the way it's playing out. Punching kids, attack first, ask questions later. He's desperate, which is really interesting. A big conflict for him. For someone who, I mean, clearly there's so much to Knuckle, and he's so wise and deep, but like, this is his family. It's a really cool question just generally in heroism and then just more mundane slice of life. Values. Who are you when you're most compromised, when you're most in danger? When you hit the biggest, most antagonistic obstacles that just seem super unfair? How deep does it go? I feel like there's probably going to be critical choices coming up for Knuckle along those lines. I mean, there sort of have to be. It's pretty gut-wrenchingly awful to think about for Knuckle, right? Like, he's got a wife and kid, and then there's this parasite that infects your wife and puts her in a coma and it seems like her health is failing. And then that parasite switches to your daughter who then is infected, probably facing the same future fate and is out there in the world doing terrible things. You're just left alone having to fend for them in a world that doesn't allow you to use your powers, or he doesn't have powers. But at least as far as we know, the Hero Society doesn't seem to be a reliable source of help in this situation. Obviously not something Knuckle feels like he can count on. What are you supposed to do exactly? You're supposed to just let your wife and daughter go, especially when your daughter's out there and the thing that caused this is still out there. For what? The rules? And it's funny because Knuckle seems self-aware of the danger of that, right? Like he gave that speech about first they say it's okay for them to cross the line and they don't even know where the line is anymore. Imagine the patience it takes to train like this and have this kind of consistency day in and day out for the time it takes for training to even have any benefits, and to follow your schedule and plans in a systematic way while all of this is happening around you and while your daughter is out there with potentially a very limited time to live. That is character strength, moral quandaries aside.